Welcome back to another episode of The Summer Hikaru Died. So in the previous episode, we had my favorite one so far, for sure. The actual tension that they built up throughout the entire episode and the uncertainty of what's gonna happen, but kind of being hinted at, you know, the entire time you saw that Yoshiki was up to something. He was gonna do something, and you were just hoping it wasn't gonna be something that he cannot undo, because the way it was built up definitely made it seem like he was gonna do something very bad, because he even called his family and stuff. He was like, hey, thank you for everything. So I was getting extremely worried, and at the end of the episode we did find out that he kind of was prepared to die there, because he attacked Hikaru, right? He attacked Hikaru, and he was prepared for that attack to not work and for Hikaru to kill him instead. And I feel like he was not necessarily just prepared for it, he was also expecting that to happen. That's what it felt like, right? I don't think he was putting too many eggs in the basket of that attack actually damaging Hikaru, but it kind of felt like an excuse for him to try something before he actually gets killed in the process, right? But now, obviously, he's alive. Hikaru's alive as well, and it feels like the bond now that they have is stronger than ever, for better or worse, because it definitely feels like now there's no turning back for Yoshiki. He is fully interwoven with Hikaru now, and yeah, as I said, there's no breaking this anymore. It feels like Hikaru definitely has a strong grasp on him, even if it's not necessarily sinister just yet, the entire bond. It can very easily become that. So we'll see which direction this is gonna go in, right? Hikaru also gave him like a part, or he said half of his insides. Now what that's gonna be used for, I don't know. And I don't know when that's gonna be useful, but I guess we'll find out. So I guess let's just go into the episode. So if you wanna watch this, uncut and unblurred as always, on my Patreon down in the description, and let's go into The Summer Hikaru Died, episode 8. Bloodstain remover? ？Okay, wait. Is it normal for a household to have a bloodstain remover in their cupboard? Maybe it is. Maybe I shouldn't be looking too deeply into it. It kind of feels like, you know, maybe I was thinking maybe they have to deal with bloodstains so much that they actually have it. But yeah, maybe it's a normal thing to have. Hikaru. Yep. Interesting. They're finally bringing it up, but it doesn't seem like Hikaru remembers anything, which is convenient for him. Contact. Hichi. Is it the face thingy? Hichi-san. Interesting, Kichi-san. Do you think it's the amulet thingy? The face? Oh, what's up? Ah, yeah, it was pretty awkward when he left. Ugh.
ああ。
Yes, that's messed up. Extremely so. A curse on the village, yep. Neck and stand. It's a person? What the fuck? What? What? It hurts? He said he doesn't feel pain. Over the small cuts and bumps. Interesting. Darumaste. Darumaste. Wait. And Kubitachi used to use the character's neck and cut, and now they use, was it neck and stand or what? Yeah, neck and stand, right? They said. Kubitachi. But now it used to be neck and cut, which he did, the person outside did, right? He cut his neck. Udekari, ude iri, ude. Isn't ude an arm or maybe a limb? I think it's an arm, right? Ashidori. Ashi is in legs. So it's kind of like this entire map is a map of like body parts, it seems like, right? You have like arms with the ude, iri, ude, whatever, and then you have ashi, which I believe are legs or feet or something. I'm not too knowledgeable on Japanese phrases and stuff like that, but I think that's some slight... those are a few words that I kind of recognize. So I feel like there could be something there. And then obviously you have the kubi, as in the neck thingy. Kubitachi, yep. You have a person. Oh, Darumaste. Oh, Matsura! Oh. Yo, that look. Yes, she's the daughter of the person you killed. Wow. Mm. Wait, let me see that again. Since before 1749, I think they said, right? Hmm. Ooh. Hajime. Takeda!
幼馴染なんや。あ、そうや。はじめちゃんのお父さん、武田のおじいちゃんに聞いてみるのはどうやろ。母と同世代やから。武田のじいさん。ありがとうございました。すいません、なんか、お母さん。
Also, isn't it actually crazy how nonchalant Hikaru is about this entire thing? Obviously, we know that he has different morality and stuff like that from humans, but that morality being on full display here about how he does not care at all that he's the one who killed her mother and stuff like that, and how he's just very casually talking about this entire thing, never obviously said my condolences or anything along those lines, right? It's so unnerving.
私は母にとって薄情な娘でしたから。それでも大事な人やったなって今さら思ったりしてね。朝が嫌や。毎朝お父やんがおらんことに気づくんやもん。笑っちゃいますよね。なあ、俺たたり神やったんかな。ねえ、嫌や。たくさん死んだって俺がやったん？お前さ、松浦さんに何したか分かっとる？わか、いや、分かっとらんな、俺は。俺はアホや。松浦のばあさんにも家族がおんのに、どっかで軽く見てたんや。死って重いわ。何に対して謝っとんの？謝ったって仕方ないやろ。わからんもんはわからんのやから。俺大丈夫。これから先、お前がまだ誰か殺してまったとしても、俺も一緒に罪を背負う。光のことを分かれば分かるほど、ここにおったらあかんってことも浮き彫りになるかもしれん。
But
でも、もう目をそらすのはやめたから。続いてのニュースです。今日午前、県立希望ヶ山高等
oh fuck.
侵入しました。男は、どうも。
Tanaka.
何しに来よった。はじめ、どこにおるんや。早くこっち。
Okay. Okay, yeah, these are the Takedas.
これ、お父さんに渡しといてください。お前な、いつも人の話も。
Also, the entire segment there with Yoshiki was really interesting, right? Being like, hey, if you kill anyone again, I'll shoulder it with you. I want to see a bit more into Yoshiki's head because I'm not 100% certain what exactly he's thinking, but he did say he wants to look the other way, right? Or, sorry, the opposite. He said he's no longer gonna look the other way. So it's not that he's gonna, not look the other way and try to prevent Hikaru from doing anything. He's gonna actually acknowledge what Hikaru's doing, not run away from it, and still shoulder everything that he does with him, which is an interesting direction, not one that I thought this was gonna go in, but wow. お The scar.
なあ、君。ここの子ですか？あ、はい。ああ、そう。さ、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんですけど、いいです？なんですか？ここの村のさ、名産品って何？名産品？
This guy.
しいたけとかじゃないですかね。そうなの。でもちょっとしいたけ苦手なんですよね。で、
気で出し出てる感じしません？僕、民族学者でさ、ここの集落のこと調べに来てるんですよ。普段はミカサさんとこに下宿させてもらってて。君はなんて言うの？筋中ですけど。おお、そうっすか、筋中くん。ありがとう。好き嫌いせず食ってみます。うんこされてる。全然平気っす。このネズミね、相棒なんです。飼い始めて12年になるかな。
What?
ハムスターの寿命って2、3年じゃ。こいつは特別。バケハムですから。いや、でも、ありがとうございました。君さ、僕と似てるよ。またな。
What was that? Bro, what? Okay, you know what? Ooh,
なんか持ってるし、混ざってますよね。
he's mixed, hasn't he?
何かあれに強く関連するものを持っている。
Yes, the bone.
確実にあれと接触している。それに、あの腕の。
Yep.
あれには感情どころか自我もない。もっと概念的なもんだろう。普通に人の姿をして生活するなんてあり得るのか。要件がすぐに見つけるか。はい。
報告は逐一お願いいたします。
Oh
治
yeah,
安 AA104 番調査中。
the co-worker.
異常性はまだ見当たらないっすね。
わかりました。引き続き調査をお願いいたします。中間報告を怠らないよう。
うるせえな。
He's such a weirdo.
8番注
Huh.
文お願いします。
Also, I wonder how much.
に話聞きに行くんやろ。勉強しとる場合。
I wonder how much of what he says we can actually take at face value about like the entire hamster thing and stuff like that. How much of it is just him being like ridiculous and over the top just because he's like that, or how much of it is actually true?
どうやって話すかも同時に考えとる。あのさ、俺のかけらちゃんと持っとる？持っとる。アダミ話さすな。絶対なくすなよ。それ壊れたら多分俺も無事やないから。は？そんな大事な。当たり前やん。それは俺の覚悟やから。ま、多分壊れやんけどな。こんなに静かやったっけ？
Even the workers are going.
鈴の音。
It's like time is frozen.
よしき。動かんで。来い。
That's the guy, probably.
ダメよ。ヒラカ、なんで？光！
Do you think that's the guy who in the backyard in the school backyard? Rie? Rie?
お兄さん、もう大丈夫よ。どうされました？辻中君。
That was Rie Kurebashi, right? Let me see something before this episode actually ends. You know the scene in the theater? Here it is. Does it have a bell? So is that the same thing that was in the diner? I think so, right? Okay. Okay. So my first thought would be that the being in the diner right there was the guy who stabbed himself in the neck, right? That would kind of lead into this episode pretty well. And it would make sense why he would be beheaded here and stuff like that, why his head would be on just like connected by a string, if you will, or whatever it is, a vein. So the interesting thing that I was thinking about during the ending right now is I feel like a lot of the monsters that we saw, or ghosts or whatever you want to call them, a lot of them had something to do with their necks and stuff like that. Either their neck is cut off, or there was that one woman with a really long neck. And I was thinking, does it have anything to do with the actual village being called neck stand or neck cut, right? I feel like it could have something to do with that. I could also be very much overthinking it though. So, but it is really interesting, the world building that we got with the entire villages, like the arms, the legs, the neck, the torso, what was it called? Darumaste, right? Really, really cool stuff, right? And then there was a famine in 1749, I believe, and that's when the god Nonuki became kind of like a curse god. Ever since then, it became a curse. It went from being someone they revere to someone they fear, it feels like, right? During that mass extinction event, if you will. So that was that's wild. That's really, really wild. But cool lore, really cool lore. And it seems like Yoshiki is now also very much in the deep end on the entire Yoshiki Hikaru relationship and stuff like that, right? It feels like he's fully bought into the relationship, and he's gonna be the apprentice, right? No matter what happens, which is gonna be wild. Okay, the other things that we saw here was Tanaka, right? Him being Rie's son would make the most sense. I do wonder if he is. I guess we'll see. Like, I feel like that's what they're alluding to, or at least that would be the obvious conclusion, but I wonder if there's going to be something like different, a bit of a twist to it, right? And then also one big thing that they talked about here is how more and more people are getting possessed, right? The friend, I forgot his name, but they said that one of their friends, the bus cut guy, he got into a fight with one of the seniors or from the baseball club or something, and it seemed like that guy from the baseball club was also possessed by something, and then the person obviously on the school yard that ended up stabbing himself, he was possessed by something, right? So really wild stuff that's happening here, and it's escalating quite a bit. It feels like it's more and more people getting possessed here. So I wonder what's gonna happen, because as I said, it feels like it's escalating for sure. And it seems like obviously the reason for that is because there's no more Nonuki in the mountain that will repel all of the beings from coming down from the mountain, right? And it seems like they just have free reign to just go around everywhere because Nonuki is not repelling them. So yeah, interesting stuff, really cool. And also it seems like Tanaka now has figured out that Nonuki could be posing as a human, right? So cool. Anyways, for now I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.